Well, hello everyone, and welcome to the Christian Vogue and Christian Teen Vogue set today. It's so good to be with all of you, and I'm here with Anna Grace Veach, who is our editor-in-chief for Christian Teen Vogue, and some very special guests to me in my heart, my daughter-in-love, Amber Keener, and my new grandson, John Davis Keener. So welcome, you guys. Welcome.
Thanks for coming.
Thanks for being with us and for being our cover model for our Mother's Day edition of Christian Teen Vogue. And we just chose you. Actually, our publisher, Jackie Carpenter, chose you because she just felt like you'd be such a great role model for young women coming up. So just tell us about kind of your journey and how you and Davis met, and you met in church,
we
right?
did, yes. We met in my hometown of Graniteville, South Carolina. He was interning at the church that I attended, and he had been there for a couple months, but I hadn't really noticed him. But then we went to a going away party at one of our friends' house, and I just couldn't stop staring at him across the room. And so then from there we just hit it off and we started dating, and then not too much longer we got engaged and then got married.
That's
awesome.
Wonderful.
That's wonderful.
Anna, some things that maybe you would want to know to share with some of our teen readers, about waiting for the right person.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Well, my thing is, how did you know he was the one, so many people ask, how did you know that guy was for you? How did you figure that out, that he was the one for you?
Well, it was kind of crazy. It was kind of instant. When I saw him, I was like, oh, I think he's the one. I immediately kind
That's
of
amazing.
felt that way. And then when I came to visit y'all for the first time and stayed with y'all, and we went to Tallulah Falls, that weekend I was like, yeah, he's definitely the one.
Oh,
that's awesome.
Make mom.
That is wonderful.
Yeah.
That is awesome.
So John Davis tell us about John Davis.
Yes.
and your journy with him. And he's 4 months old.
He is, yes.
Yeah.
He's 4 months old.
And he's smiling.
He's so happy.
He's a very happy baby.
Yeah.
He's talking. He wants to be on the interview.
He is talking. You want to tell us?
Yeah, well, it was kind of a crazy journey to begin with. He was in the NICU for 3 weeks at Northeast Georgia, and then we went to CHOA. He was diagnosed with Galactosemia, so we kind of had to learn what that was and all about that. But he had the best doctors and nurses. We couldn't have asked for a better care team for him.
That's true.
And he's doing so good. He's just thriving, and we're so blessed.
That is wonderful. That's amazing when okay, so there's this man and this is the one God has for me, and how God just puts it together and then a beautiful baby comes out of it. It's just amazing.
It is.
That's a great example, because nowadays, people just seem like they're in such a hurry to, be in a relationship, and they want this perfect relationship and they want to have kids, and they're not willing to wait. So just being able to wait like you did, and that's a perfect example to me. That's amazing.
It is. And I think prayer and
Definitely.
just your love of God is such a central focus of your life. Let's just talk about that and share with some of our viewers about how much God means to you and how much prayer has played a part in your marriage and being a mom.
Yeah, for sure. We met in church, so it's been the foundation of our relationship since we met.
You're wanting to tell me. Say, I love Jesus too. Yes, I do.
Church has always been important to me. I grew up in a Baptist church, and I just always went to church. My mom always took me, so she instilled that in me, that it was important. And so when I met Davis, we met at church, so it was it's important to us because that's where we started our relationship. That's where we founded our relationship. And we take time to pray together, and read the Bible and pursue the Lord together as well in our marriage. And we're children's pastors, so we love that as well. So, and we just want that to always be a focus.
That's amazing. Yeah. And that God will bless that for sure. Especially like I said about finding the right man for you, or woman, whatever. But, just doing God's will and seeing what God has for you, like, that's just amazing. That's awesome.
Yeah. Now, you're a school teacher in the public
Yes.
school system.
Yes.
Tell us about that.
I teach kindergarten currently in Hall County, and it's the best job ever. I love it. I couldn't imagine any other job. I've been a teacher for 10 years, so yeah.
Amazing.
Yeah, I love it. It's hard at times, but
I'm sure it's
the
rewarding.
benefits you see from it's worth it 100%.
Definitely, because you're instilling in their lives
Yes,
too,
yes.
and having, being a Christian, and that's so important in this day and time. So
Yes.
that's amazing.
Yeah.
That's amazing.
Yeah, and working on a doctorate. So how are you
Yes.
balancing new baby job, children's pastor, and wife?
I was about to say a lot going on.
Wife, first of all. Yeah, how do you balance it?
Well, it's always a task, I'll say that. And I think it's important that, you and your husband or you and your wife, that you balance it together. Like, there's some things that I do, and then there's some
Teamwork.
Yeah, that Davis has to step in and do. So we kind of like take turns and help each other out in the process. But I kind of had to put the doctorate on hold for a minute, but hopefully I'm about to get started back with it because it just got really busy. But
Yeah.
I think it's always a balance. You're always trying to find that sweet spot. So
And that's amazing that you can do what you love, and just balance all that out. Like, that's just incredible.
Yeah, it's a calling, really.
It is.
Definitely,
Yeah,
definitely.
yeah.
It's what the Lord had for you. That's
Right.
His perfect plan.
yeah.
Yeah. Now, what would you say to our teen
Yes.
Vogue readers?
Yes.
What would you say to them about following Christ and just staying in the Word and giving your life to Him?
I think it's important to follow Christ and stay in the Word and make sure you have those friends, that friend
Yes.
network that you can reach out to and do life with, because that's so important. You might not have the one that you're going to marry now, but you can have that friend group that's going to push you further in your
Exactly.
relationship and guide you on your path. And I just think it's important to stay steadfast, stay in the Word and keep going even when it gets hard. Keep pushing forward.
So good. And a final question for her. Your
Oh.
teen buddies at Christian
Oh
Teen
man,
Vogue.
let's see, what final question. So talking about, motherhood and, with your husband and your family, she asked the question about balancing it, but like, for your future, what do you see in your future? Like, I know that's kind of a hard question, but
That's a lot.
I know that's probably a lot, but
I mean, I see it, still pursuing the Lord, staying
Yes.
in church, keep being children's pastors because we love it so much. Maybe add another little one in the future.
oh, that would be awesome.
So sweet.
Oh, how many kids do you want? How many kids do you see in your future?
Yeah, you're asking.
Yeah.
I want to ask him the deep questions.
Question.
Maybe 2 or 3.
That would be good. That would be good.
Yeah.
That's awesome.
How'd your faith grow, like, through all of this, like with your baby? Did you see your faith grow, especially
yes.
with the journey that you went on and
For
in the
sure.
hospital?
Yeah, like when everything first started, it was kind of like really crazy, and I just felt this like peace, like unexplainable peace, and I've never really felt that before, and I just think that the Lord was always with us through it all, and He was always there, and I could actually tangibly feel Him, and it just made me like really like believe that He was, He's always faithful, and He's gonna do what's best for you, and He has your back and everything, and
right.
His hand was always on it, and I could see it through the whole process. I could
That's
see that He
amazing.
was there.
We couldn't
Yes,
we?
we
Yeah. It's the cover for our Christian Teen Vogue for Mother's Day.
And what an example! What an example! After hearing, all of that, what an example!
A great example, and you're a great mom. What would you say to our new moms that are tuning in?
Yes.
How would you encourage them?
I would say just keep pushing forward, take it day by day, and know that everything's not always gonna go the way you think it should, because you have a baby, so life can be crazy and hectic, but also take in those small moments, those little things that you see along the way, like take time for yourself throughout the day as well.
That's so important,
Yes.
isn't it?
Yeah.
Taking care of yourself.
Yeah.
Well, thank you so much for being with
Thank
us.
you
Thank you
so
for
much.
It's so
Bringing my
fun.
sweet little
I
grandson.
know.
You did so good, John Davis. Tell everybody you love Jesus. Say praise the Lord. Thank y'all so much for being
Thank
with us
y'all.
today on the Christian Teen Vogue set. And
Thank you,
it's
Miss
been a
Rebecca.
joy.
Thank you, Miss Amber.
It's been a joy to be with everybody. Thanks for tuning in. And hey, check out our editions that will be online. Coming up, we'll have some great articles to encourage you this spring and all throughout the year. Go to Christian Teen Vogue Magazine and check it out. Thanks so much. God bless you.
Thank you.
Bye-bye.